Today, using the tip display stand from Ugly Duckling, we're going to do 3 designs with Dreamcatcher sort of inspired. So I've got 3 black tips. They have a non-white top coat on all 3. The first design, I'm coming in with transfer foil gel. This particular gel is from AliExpress. It goes in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. You only need a thin coat. While that's in the lamp, I'm just going to show you this beautiful transfer foil with holographic dream catchers on it. So I cut out what I want. I'm just going to clean off the back, get the tip out of the lamp. Now while that's still warm, I do need to move quite swiftly. So come on, tray, pull your finger out. Now I just need to line that up where I want it. Pop it on. Press it down. Now with all nail art, if I was doing it on a real person, I get a 1-art file, I do the edges, and I do double coat them in top coat. I need to make sure that whatever nail art that you're doing, if it is on a person, whether it's transfer foil, chrome, pigments, glitter, whatever it is, make sure there's nothing between the gel on the nail tip and the top coat. Those gels need to seal together. So here I am at top coating this beautiful, look at the holographicness. Oh, it's just singing, isn't it? That is amazing. Love that. So that's the first one done. The second one, I am going to use this beautiful blue pigment. Well, it's not pigment, it's flakes actually. You can see them floating around. And I got it in one of the CJP bundles, and many of you did come back and say, what are you going to do with that? So I thought this is perfect time to have a go. Now I have sped this up because I don't usually burnish in like a mad woman possessed. So I'm just going to very quickly burnish that in to that non-white top coat on this tip and make sure I've got full coverage of that beautiful blue colour. Look at it, isn't it magical? Once I'm happy with that, I will dust off any excess, clear up around me a little bit, and then pop on a top coat, float that over the top so you don't drag it all off, and then I will wipe my brush and then go back over it so it's not a thick layer, it's nice and thin. But you do need to initially just float that on, tidy up the sides so we don't lose that shape, and get it in the lamp. Now I have these little stickers. Oh guys, seriously, if I was to do it again, you need to cut out and put it on individually instead of one large image onto the nail tip. The struggle is real and you are about to witness it. So I lift it at the bottom because it's fragile, I don't want to rip it. Then I come in from the side. I've got my tweezers now, I'm being really careful, so I'm sorry guys, I am slightly out of shot, and I lift the whole image off that backing paper. Now as that image releases from the backing paper, it starts to fold in on itself and stick to itself, and I'm like, oh my god, so I need to grab another pair of tweezers. I felt like a doctor. Then I realised I need another pair of hands, I need to be careful, it's going to rip. Anyway, I get it off, and then I'm like, right, okay, how am I going to do this? Now, a lot of it was out of shot because it started to stick to itself. So I have to unravel it and get it to stop sticking to itself. And then I thought, right, okay, we'll pop this on, a little bit at a time. So I'll start with the top and I'll try to fold it, the feather up, so that it can just stick out a minute while I just sort this out. So I do the top. Then I come in and I do the right side as you're looking at the screen here. I broke all my rules. These are sticky as chuff, people. Really sticky. With anything else, I'm always like, don't touch the image, don't touch it. I had to get my hands in there and unravel this sucker. So now I've had to unstick the 2 feathers that left. Then the big feather kept like going over to the right, and I'm like, no, I need to leave room to put the right feather down. So you can see me going back and forth, trying to lay it down. Eventually we got it right, and we stuck it all down, and then we float over the top coat. I do 2 top coats, but I'm only going to show you the one. So I do the first layer, I hold it upside down, pop it in the lamp for half cure, pull it back out, do a second layer, hold it upside down, let it all self-level. Because it is embossed, it will help, and then put that in the lamp for full cure. Meanwhile, we're going to go on to the last tip here today, and I'm going to use What's Up Holographic Silver Chrome, and I'm going to dust that. It's very, very, very fine dust, and I'm going to pop that into the non-wipe top coat that's on this tip. This is the only tip that I've left in a stiletto shape. Now I am going to put a layer of top coat over this and pop it in the lamp. Really thin layer. Again, I am floating it over the top and then going back and taking it off. Pop that in the lamp for a full cure. Swap it with the other one. That's that one finished. How pretty is that? Now I've got out some chrome rose pink gel, and I'm going to do some freehand. I know, check me out. So I'm going to draw a dream catcher. So if any of you guys do this, please tag me in. My social media links are all below. I am going to take the tip off and put it in the lamp and light flash cure it in between here, guys, because if any of you watch my channel, you know that I am practicing my freehand. I normally have a little LED torch, but seeing as I was working on tips, it was just as easy just to take it off and pop it in the lamp for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever it is. Now these little petal pieces, you can get these from Sonia Williams Glitters. I will leave a link below for her. And what I'm going to do is use that as the decoration that they are like petals, aren't they? The petal shapes. And I thought it'd be perfect time to put them into use. Instead of making flowers, I'm gonna make a dream catcher. Oh yeah. So I pop them in there. I am gonna maneuver it around. There's a little bit of base coat under there, just a really, really small amount. Flash that in the lamp. And then I'm going to come in with a dotting tool, and I'm just going to do the beads that come down from the Dreamcatcher. So I do the middle, flash cure it, 5 seconds just to keep it in place. I do the left side, then I do the right side, pop that in the lamp again. Right, now the fun begins. Now using my Nail Chemie detailer brush and this metallic rose pink Saviland gel paint, I'm going to draw from the end of the bead a curved line that will be the centre of my feather. It needs to be thicker where the beads end and wisp out. Now I'm not going to cure that because I need to use that 3D gel paint there to pull out those wispy bits. So I'm going to go in the middle and pull it out, and I'm not going to do them on top of each other, otherwise they'll bleed into each other. I don't want that. I'm just going to repeat it on the left side, what I've done on the right. Make sure that my brush still has a little bit of gel paint in it while I'm doing this. And then pull it out and wisp it, wisp, wisp, wisp. So I've got the strong lines there, and then come in with the wispy bits, and that will give you the feather look. So I'm going to do that on both sides of this feather. As I come to the tip of the feather, it's not going to be so much out. I'm now going to bring it in so it folds in on itself. How pretty is that. So I am going to give that a full cure at this stage. Then I'm going to come in with my brush, load it up so it's got a little bead on each end of the brush, so I can do a couple of dots just to extend these beads on the Dreamcatcher. What I do on one side I do on the other here, but I'm only going to show you at this side. And then I'm going to pull through those beads and link them together to make a chain. Guys, I'm going to loop at the top to finish off this Dreamcatcher before putting it in the lamp for a full cure. Then I will top coat this nail in exactly the same way as I did the last tip. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have, please take a moment and hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, I would love it if you would. Until next time, bye!